Hey guys, good morning. It's Becky Bamboo. Today is Monday, April 4th, 2011. I have a lot to talk about today, so it's going to be a multiple video day. I want to start off by doing my week 40 post-op ROI gastric bypass update video. I've gotten a lot of new subscribers lately, so I want to say welcome to the channel to you. And also, I want to take a minute and say a big thank you to everybody who's been so religious about watching my videos. And I know there's a lot because I like to post a lot, and that's just my thing. And you know, your video journal is your journal, and you do with it as you please. And I please to make a lot of videos. So I want to say thank you to all of you, but some of you have been watching me from like day one, and can you guys believe it's 40 weeks that I'm post-op now? Can you believe you've been watching me for 40 weeks? That's insane, right? So a huge thank you to everybody. I just want to send all of my love, hugs and kisses out to everybody who watches and helps me continue this journey. And I think that most of you probably don't even realize how much you give back to me by commenting and making videos and everything else that you do in your own journey, or you know, in your own life, that it really does help me in this process. So thank you to all of you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much. So anyway, this is week 40. I started my journey at 424 pounds. Last week, week 39, I weighed in at 254. I lost 10 pounds last week, and that brought my total loss to 170. Today, I am 249 pounds, which is a 5-pound loss this week, and I now have lost a total of 175 pounds. 40 weeks out, somebody said, you'll be down to below 250. I would have probably slapped you in the face because I wouldn't have believed you. And even still, this morning, standing on that scale, staring down at the 249, I just stood there and cried because it just was such a dream not that long ago to be in the 250s. And now I'm out of the 250s. And it's just really, it's an overwhelming feeling for me. It's really emotional and overwhelming to me that that it's happening. It's happening. It's here. This is a fast and a slow process for me all at the same time. I'll explain what I mean. I focus my energy day to day, single days. I focus, okay, today's Monday. What can I do today to be successful? You know, it's focusing on, I gotta get my vitamins in today, and I gotta get my water in today, and I gotta get my protein, and I gotta get to the gym. What am I gonna do at the gym today? Maybe I should run, maybe I should bike, I don't know. So it's a daily battle. It's a daily fight to stay motivated, to stay on top, to stay focused on the mission of beating my obesity. So that goes slow because day in, day out, it's a long process. You know, days are long. It's a long process. But then all of a sudden, I have days like today where I get on the scale and I realize in the last 2 weeks alone, I've lost 15 pounds. That takes some people months to achieve. So I'm blessed. I feel super blessed. And it makes it feel like it's going fast because in the blink of an eye, I went from being, you know, 70 some odd pounds from goal to being 50 some odd pounds from my goal. And, you know, so it happened fast. So it's a fast and a slow process all at the same time for me. So, you know, I have to sit with it. I have to sit with this, this 249 number for a little while this morning, because if I don't, I mean, the opportunity to sit with it's going to be gone because I am continuing to lose weight relatively fast. And that's the thing. If you're having gastric bypass, you need to expect that you're going to jump numbers pretty quickly. And if there's a certain weight that you really have had in your head as a big milestone that you haven't seen in a long time, and you get to that milestone really sit with the feelings of it, because you don't want to let that opportunity pass you by, or else you're going to feel like you missed it. And so I'm sitting with it a lot today. I'm thinking a lot about, what does 249 mean to me? And it means so much to me. It means that I am 54 pounds from my final goal. It means that I am 25 pounds from my next goal, which is to be down 200 by the time I reach my 1-year surgiversary in June. It means, for me, I think I still have about 11 weeks until that happens, and that's only an average of like 2.3 pounds a week. It means I'm well on track to reaching what I want to reach, and I'm reaching for the stars. And it means that I'm doing amazing things for me. Not for you guys, not for my parents, not for my husband, but for me. And I am being successful. And it means that I finally, for the first time ever in my life, feel like I have the power. I control what I eat. I control what I drink. And I control how much exercise I do. And exercise is not an option in my life. Exercise is necessity. I don't always want to work out. I don't always feel like going and running. But it's not an option. It's my mentality that this is what you do today. And I go and do it. And it feels good. It feels so good to have that control and that power. Because I've been a victim, or I felt like a victim my whole life. Like I could not control myself around food. If there was a plate of candy, I was going to eat it. If there was, whatever kind of food was there, I was going to eat it. Because I couldn't stop. I couldn't stop myself. And now I can walk by that candy dish and go, don't need it. Not going to go there. It's not worth it. Don't really want to have to burn off those extra calories today. At the same time, I can go to a baseball game like I did on Saturday. Had a fantastic time. I can go to the baseball game and go, you know what? I'm enjoying myself. I'm having a good time. I want to have a beer. I want to have a couple bites of nachos. And I just go on. It doesn't define me. It doesn't ruin my week by doing that, because I know what I've done this week in terms of working out and burning calories. And I know that I can take a bite or two and stop. I control it. I can win. If I want, I can remember a time in the past where I would have said, yeah, I can take a bite of cheesecake and be done. Bull crap. I would have taken a bite and another bite and another bite until the piece was gone, but I wouldn't have stopped. I can literally do that now. I can have one bite of something and just go, oh, that was fantastic. It tasted so good. It satisfied my craving or my desire to have it. And I didn't blow my entire week by overindulging. And I know that's everybody's personal choice to do. Not all of us want to allow indulgences like that. I personally choose to do that because I feel like I have enough control over it that I can. I know there's people who believe that if you start to do that, then it just becomes habit and then you spiral out of control. I don't believe that will happen because I have control over it. And I wouldn't be saying this if I didn't honestly believe that I have control over it. Because I feel like I do. So, and that allows me to enjoy the things I enjoy in my life. I went to the baseball game last September 5th. And I know there's lots of videos I posted like before and after the game. It was the first game I'd been to in, I think, 5 years. And I went and I sat in the seats in the stadium, and I didn't have bruises and I wasn't like crammed in. And it was a good experience. But I went Saturday, April 2nd, to the baseball game. And I didn't just fit in the seat. I had room in the seat. And I took a picture back in September of me and my husband with my phone. and we repeated the picture. And the difference between then and now is astonishing to me. I worked hard this winter, and that work paid off. It's really paid off. And it was fun to sit in the baseball stadium seat for the first time I can ever remember, and be able to put my arms on the armrest, because I was always so fat that I was so much higher up than the armrest, so I could never reach them. I sat in the seat. I had plenty of room to move. I could cross my damn legs in the stadium. I've worked hard, and I've had indulgences along the way, and it's not side railed me at all. It's taking a bite of this and refocusing on my next, like I had, like, good example, baseball game. My husband and I shared some nachos. We had beer, and after the game was over, we went to dinner, and I had a grilled piece of chicken and vegetables. I mean, I can literally pick it right back up the next meal. I don't have to say, well, I'll start back the next day. And that used to be what I would do when I would diet. Like, if I fell off the wagon at all, I'd say, oh, I'll just pick it up the next day. And then a week would go by and I'd still be off the wagon. No, it's literally, for me, it's just the very next meal, I just go back to what I know how to do. So that's where I feel like the change has happened. The focus has happened. It's an amazing process to all of a sudden realize, like, I have control. I don't have to go work out today, but I'm going to. And I have the option to order fried chicken, but I'm going to get a grilled chicken breast. I'm going to get steamed vegetables. I'm going to get grilled fish. I'm going to get, it feels good when you all of a sudden realize you control what you do, and that eating healthy isn't bad. It tastes good, and you kind of just get used to it. Things just become habit. All of a sudden you realize, like, wow, I don't even have to really think about this anymore, because I just do it. And it's power, it's control. It feels good. And so I wanted to share one other thing in this video, while I'm on this kick of control and power and believing in yourself. I'm 249. There's a time I didn't believe that would happen. And it's not been that long ago. I went to Target Friday night with my husband, and we were just picking up some odds and ends stuff. And my wedding band, my wedding band is a size 10.5. One of the bands is a 10.5. One of them is a 10.25. And they're different sizes because, like, your finger is, like, fatter, closer to your knuckle, or, whatever. And I had really fat fingers. So, my ring is now a size 7. My finger is now a size 7. So my jeweler wanted to send my ring up to, like, their master jeweler to be evaluated to see if it's even going to be possible for them to take the ring from a 10.5 to a 7 safely, because I have a whole bunch of inset diamonds in my wedding band, and they're all set at an angle. It's called kite set. They look like a diamond shape rather than, they're all princess cuts. So they bump up next to each other, point to point, rather than flat side to flat side. And so they're really concerned that putting too much pressure trying to take that down is going to put pressure on the diamonds and make them pop out or break them or whatever. So anyway, it's being evaluated by master jeweler, but I haven't had my ring for a while, and my husband's been really bothered by that. And I would be equally bothered if he didn't have his ring. So he's been wanting me to wear a ring. Well, I've been wearing kind of just some costume jewelry that I have had for a while, but it's all so big because, well, I've never had a size 7 ring finger. And so anyway, while we were at Target, we kind of were looking at rings, and I found one that I just absolutely loved, and I got it. It's just like a silver band, and it's kind of hard to see. It has a twist in it. I don't know if you can see. It's like the band is twisted once at the top, and it actually has writing on it. And the writing is what really, really caught with me. And I wanted to talk about it here because it pertains a lot to my weight loss, but I think it pertains to a lot of other areas of my life as well. The writing says, nothing is impossible. And I can remember not that long ago a time thinking, it's impossible for me to be 249 pounds. That'll never, ever happen. It's just never going to happen. Never going to be that small. And I can remember a time where I said, it's not going to be possible for me to run a mile. I'll never run a 5K. I can do both. Same with marriage. My husband and I are in a really tough spot right now because I'm not working. And there are days it feels like it's impossible, that we're never going to get through this, that we're going to lose everything that we have, our home, our cars, our everything. And then I have to remind myself that nothing's impossible, that we can get through this. And this just seemed to mean the right thing for me right now. I don't know how long I'm going to be without my real wedding band. Depends on what they end up saying about this resizing of it. But ultimately, I think this is a good thing, a good replacement for the time being. It's a good reminder to me of where I'm at in so many different areas of my life. And I wanted to just share this because I know there's a lot of you who watch me who are pre-op, and I know I get a lot of comments and emails from you guys who are pre-op. And I know you're in a place where you feel like it's impossible. And it's not. Nothing's impossible, you guys. It's not impossible to lose 175 pounds. It's not impossible to become a runner. It's not impossible to do whatever you dream of. Whatever you dream of. All it takes is one foot in front of the other. Day in, day out. Do it. That's it. That's all it does. That's all it takes. And I really firmly believe that. I started running in December, and when I started running in December, I thought, no way is this going to work. Am I ever going to be able to run a mile, let alone 3? I must be nuts for doing this. And then one day I ran a mile without stopping, and it took me like 22 minutes or something. And I was like, wow, I did it. I really did it. And then all of a sudden I realized I could run 2. And then all of a sudden 3, and then a 5K. And it's amazing. It's amazing how good it feels to do things you never thought you could. And when you prove to yourself that all it takes is trying, it takes effort, it feels really good and it's empowering. And I want to share that with the world because it's empowering, because I want everybody to experience this at some point in this journey. That this is more than just losing weight. This is about finding you and finding what you dream of and what you want to be. I wanted to be strong and confident and independent, and I'm finding that. I wanted to be an athlete again. I'm finding that. I wanted to believe in myself. I'm finding that. Just takes the work. It doesn't come to you. You don't just get it. You don't have gastric bypass and all of a sudden all these feelings come. You have to do the work. But when you do, it's so worth it. It's so worth it. Every single day. Even the hard days are worth it. And days like this, where you get to see milestones happen. I was 424 pounds not that long ago. Now I'm 249. It's worth it. It's worth every day I drag my butt to that gym to run. It's worth every day I lift weights. It's worth every day I go cycle. It's worth every day I swim. It's worth every day I just go out and walk. It's worth every day that I sit here and I think about what I'm doing. It's worth every day of taking my vitamins and counting my protein. It is worth it every single day. And as long as I keep doing what I'm doing, I'm going to be successful for the rest of my life. And that's my intention. I don't intend to stop. I don't intend to stop my journey. I don't intend to stop my videos. Nothing. It's going to work itself out. I have no idea who that is. They can leave me a message. Phone's ringing. So, anyway, I had a great week. 5 pounds lost after having a 10-pound loss last week. Amazing, really amazing. And I worked for it. I ran 7 miles this week. I biked 6. I lifted a lot of weights. I did yoga. I worked for it really hard. And speaking of yoga, I think I might get a yoga mat. I'm really kind of finding that I like yoga, but I kind of think I might want to do it, like get a DVD or something, rather than doing it on the Wii. I find the balance board to be a little bit annoying, and I think that I can accomplish the same things without having to stand on the balance board. And so yeah, I'm kind of liking yoga. And there is a yoga class at my gym, but it's like a 6-week class. I don't know if I really am ready to get into a class like that until I've experienced some different yoga stuff. So I'm going to play around with it, I think. And I think getting a yoga mat will help because I have hardwood floors. So my floors are really hard and it hurts my back even just to lay on them. I have a kind of a bad back anyway. So I'm finding that to be hard, but I'm more flexible than I realized I was. Even at 250 pounds, I'm more flexible than I realized I was. So, and I have more strength in my body than I thought I did. So that means all my working out is paying off. But anyway, keep pushing on. That's, I think, what I wanted to say this whole video. It took me 20 minutes to say that. Keep fighting for it. I continue to keep fighting for it. I will continue to keep fighting for it. And I have another video to make, so stay tuned.